Struggling to make a change that actually sticks? What if you're aiming to build a new habit, break an old one, or just become a better version of yourself? A lot of people say motivation can be the toughest part. However, in this audio, I'll share simple and easy things that you can do to motivate yourself to change your behaviors for good. So if you're ready to unlock your motivation, then let's dive in. My name is Alex Morgan, and I help you align your actions, your beliefs, your dreams, and your thinking so that you can achieve success. And success is here, and the easiest way, or one of the easiest ways to achieve success, is to continuously have endless amounts of motivation. So in order to motivate yourself to change behaviors, you're going to have to set intentions about this. You're going to have internal strategies. So you're really going to have to understand what's going to make you go. And also, you're going to have to clarify why this really matters for you. So that's the first thing. In order to motivate yourself to change your behavior, you want to know why you're doing this behavior. For what purpose? What's the highest positive intention that you want to change your behavior? Think about the specific reasons that you want to change. When you have this well-defined and it's clear and you can focus on why, this really kind of anchors your mind to have new insights, new learnings, new understandings when you change your behavior. So let's say someone wants to stop a bad habit. Maybe this is to improve their health. Maybe it's to make more money. Or maybe it's even to be more present in all of the relationships they have with the people that they love. So ask yourself, what is important to me about changing my behavior? This is a question that you can ask, and this will tell you what you really value in changing your behavior. And with values are what motivates you, and you're going to spend time, money, energy into achieving those values. So that would make it really easy to change your behavior, don't you think? I mean, I'm sure if you're listening to this, you're already thinking about changing your behavior. So if you know why you did it and you had really compelling reasons why, I'm sure it would be much easier for you. Another way to motivate yourself is you need to set small, achievable goals. Now, you still want the goals to be ambitious. However, make sure that the goals are creating some sort of lasting change. You don't want the goals to be so easy that you're achieving them all the time and you're not really putting in much thought or effort either. However, you don't want to make the goal so big that it feels overwhelming. And another reason is smaller goals, those are going to build motivation. They're going to build confidence. Because the more you achieve them, then the more momentum and confidence you have to achieve more. So a common example is someone, let's say, who wants to lose weight. They want to go to the gym, all of this. They feel like they have to buy all these things. They have to go to the gym an hour per day, 5-6 days per week. Have you ever started on something, let's say even a workout, and you said, I'm just going to work out for 5 or 10 minutes, and next thing you know, you worked out for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or even 30 minutes, or maybe you worked out for 40 minutes. So if you set small habits, small goals that are achievable for you, oftentimes you find it easier to keep going, to keep exceeding as you do that. So usually what I do as well, when I want to be really motivated to write a book, I have a certain process that I follow. However, I have a goal to write 200 words per day. That's not much at all. However, what happens a lot of the time? Usually, when I sit down to write that 200 words, I start thinking of new ideas as I'm writing and finishing another idea. Next thing I know, I have much more than 200 words. However, I set the goal achievable enough to where I always wanted to do it. If I had to sit down and say, write 2,000 words per day, could I do this? Absolutely, I could. Would I want to write 2,000 words each day? Would they be as good? Would it be as high quality? Would I feel the same amount of motivation? Probably not. 200 words makes it sound more easy, and I can automatically then do it because that habit then is programmed in my mind. And then your mind naturally seeks more and more. So now that it's seeking more and more, I write more and more, especially because I'm using the creative part of my mind. So set small, achievable goals, things that you can do every single day. And you'll find that the more you stretch your mind and you keep achieving that, the further you'll want to stretch it. However, it is good to consider too that you want to set goals also that are so big. However, you can have small things that you can do every day towards your goal that are going to lead to that goal. So that's another way to be totally motivated about changing your behavior. And the next one is visualizing your success. Now, it's not just visualizing something and thinking about the same thing over and over. Visualization, the way I'm going to describe it, is going to be really powerful for you. So, if you really want to be motivated, there's a certain internal strategy that you probably want to have in your mind. This is something that I teach in my trainings as well. You need to have a really clear picture of the end goal. So what is it going to be like? What's this new behavior going to be? And how will you know that you have this behavior? What's like the last thing that you have to do so you know you have it? And you can think of that. And along with that picture that you're creating in your mind, make sure that you have really positive, impactful feelings for you and really, really good self-talk. Because I'm sure you've been around a really motivated person before, and they carry themselves a certain way. They think a certain way. They probably hold a certain picture in their mind. They have good feelings. You can feel that motivating energy, can't you? And they probably talk to themselves in a certain way. So it's not only just visualizing yourself doing things. Make sure that you're really specific in the behavior that you're doing. Make sure you have a really clear picture of the feelings that are there and have really motivating self-talk for you. And that self-talk for you, to make it really real, you can use the words I am or I have. I have tons of motivation because I feel, and then you can fill in the blanks with the feelings that you want. This is like having an internal motivation strategy. And anytime you want to be motivated, you can think of this motivating strategy for you. We actually have strategies in everything that we do. And usually when we get the results that we want, that means we're going through a nice internal strategy in our mind. So for example, if you were to think about the last time that you bought something that you really, really wanted, and you bought it, I'm sure you had a nice picture in your mind. I'm sure you heard some good sounds, or you talked to a person, or you said something to yourself, or you felt a really good feeling, or else you probably wouldn't have bought it. So why not have a nice picture in your mind, good self-talk, and really good feelings as part of your motivation strategy when you imagine this new behavior? So that's a way to kind of see how it works in different ways. You want to make sure that you're totally motivated all the time. And another way to really change your behavior and think of motivation is the easiest way to be totally motivated is to create an anchor for motivation. So the easiest way to do that is you could think about a time in the past that you were totally motivated. Totally motivated. So if you're driving or something, operating in a machinery, you're going to go through a little exercise right now, so you may want to stop doing that. So think about a time that you were totally motivated. A time in the past. Think of a specific time. Now that you have that specific time, you can drop down into your body, see what you saw, hear what you heard, and really feel the feelings of being totally motivated. All that motivation running through your mind, seeing all that motivation, hearing all that motivation, and feeling all that motivation. And as that motivation really peaks, you can hold your index finger and your thumb together like an OK sign. And then once that feeling subsides a little bit, you can let go of that. You probably are holding your fingers together for about 5 to 15 seconds. And if you want that to be more powerful, think of another few times that you felt totally motivated in the past. Now, the wonderful thing about this is you can bring those past motivations into the now so that you can also use them in the future. How awesome is that? So anytime in the future that you want motivation, all you need to do is press those fingers together. It's like making the OK sign with your hand. And all of a sudden, you have total motivation. And you can put whatever other good feelings that you want there, even through your visualization that you do. And you can make an anchor there with the OK sign on your hand. So those are some ways that you can easily create motivation to change your behaviors. So just imagine, what would it be like to have all this motivation? What would that give for you, and what would that allow you to do? Go ahead and comment below how motivated you are. Now, if you haven't already, go ahead and like the audio and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate everyone who's been subscribing lately, leaving comments, reaching out to me, offering suggestions and recommendations. It helps me keep making these audios and videos every single day. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope to see you on the next video or the next audio.